That first thing they go, no mic, we forgot to put ourselves on air. I love that. I love when I do. No, they caught it. I saw like the chat right here. I guess the chat didn't come up on here, but thank God I happen to be looking at it on YouTube right now. And somebody immediately was like, yo, your mic is off. Oh, thank God for that, dude. I've been worrying myself to death because like I added like the intro screen to the live. I'm like messing with all the soundboard and the music and everything. But as long as we're good, I'm good. So I'd like to thank you guys. You didn't miss anything without the microphone. It was pretty much just me saying thank you for joining us for yet another episode of the show. We have a lot of good stuff to get into this week. And pretty much just me saying, hey, you know, make sure to catch new episodes of the show every Wednesday. We're doing it live, but the rewatches will be uploaded on Wednesday. Also, be sure to join the Lost Ox Media Discord. That will be linked in the bio. It should also be linked in this live in case you're missing it. Other than that, we got a very, very good and interesting show. We're going to mainly be talking about an old friend of ours named Ben Avery. You guys familiar with this guy, Ben Avery? We're going to be talking about him. He recently was mentioned on an episode of Die Hard, right? And with that mentioning, he ended up kind of having like a really, really big crash out over it. And we're going to be getting into that and a little bit more later on in the show. But of course, we like to start the show with a little bit of a finger on the pulse segment, if you will. Let's give it up for our beautiful finger on the pulse segment. You know, bear with me for kind of trailing off a little bit. Our chat isn't working. I happen to be looking at it, but Ashley can't see it on her screen. So I'm pretty much getting it set up so that she can see it on her screen as well as my screen. Bear with us for just a moment. Ashley, can you see the chat?
Yes.
That's all that matters. As long as you can see it, that's really all we care about. So let's get into our first segment, the finger on the pulse segment. This is going to be a little bit of, just some news, some stuff happening out there in the world. And something that's got everyone's attention right now is this shooting that happened at this like White House like press conference thing. What is this again? White House attack summary. Trump was evacuated. The suspects in custody. It was at like some sort of like a dinner. I don't know the official name of the dinner, so I'm going to sound like a total cuck here. But Trump, J.D. Vance, a bunch of, bigwigs up there in the goddamn political space, if you will. They're all at this same dinner. And with that, I'm telling you right now, things get a little ugly. People start shooting the whole nine. But we got a summary of the video right here. There will be some funny stuff, though, to watch. So I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer while I'm going through these technical difficulties. So we got surveillance footage of the guy right here. He's like running through the lobby.
Lieutenant Hudson, you monitoring this there? Here it comes up.
Shall I post it as soon as he passed down that?
18, go for
So I ain't gonna lie, that was actually pretty funny. I didn't see it, but I've seen that part of the video before. He's like Naruto running through the lobby. He's like running through it. I thought that was fucking hilarious, but there is more to come. Watch. So this is gonna be the actual moment that you hear the shots going off. And Vivek is over here doing like a magic trick for Donald Trump or something like that. He's like trying to do like a mind game with them or some shit. Like that guy, Dr. Oz. You know this Dr. Oz guy?
Yes.
He can like ask you like 5 questions and then guess who your high school sweetheart was. Like, you know what I mean? He's like one of those guys that like fucks with your mind. So Vivek trying to do this to Trump. Watch this. Look at that. So you could barely hear it. You could kind of barely hear it, but some shots went off, right? And there's people. Look, Trump busts his ass in the corner over there. That shit was so fucking... Dude, that shit had me dying. And we have another close-up of it, I think. Hopefully. I think they do a close-up of it in this one. But watch this. Look at this, guys. Watch. They try to rush Trump out of here. The SWAT guys are jumping over the table like it's a fucking used car commercial. You know, people slide over the hood like an action scene out of a movie. And then they're fucking rushing Trump out of there. Trump immediately busts his goddamn ass. Look at this. Look at Trump over here. About to take a brewski tumble. Look at him. Oh, boy! Look at that, dude. Bust his goddamn ass. Look at this. They said, look, now they're picking his ass up. Oh, they got him. They had to like heavy lift his ass off the seat to begin with. Like, what does he weigh? Like 1,000 fucking pounds? They're making it seem like he's the heaviest man on earth. Like, this is actually kind of funny.
They did appear behind me, so I think that reporting of someone trying to breach the mag is, in fact...
Look at J.D. Vance. They've ripped J.D. Vance out of there like he's going to be the next president of the United States or something. You know what I mean? Nick Fuentes has been really talking a lot of shit about the fact that they're propping up J.D. Vance in the Republican Party, almost as if they want him to be the next president. They've ripped his ass out of there as if he's going to be the next fucking president. They're like, holy, this guy's important. Let's get him out. And this is what I mean by that. Now let's worry about Trump. Now Trump is they're finally getting Trump out of there. And he busts his ass. They got J.D. Vance got ripped out of there faster.
So fast.
Like, what is he worth? $1 billion fucking dollars? They ripped him out of there like he was a billionaire. They go, you're way too important for this. We got to get you out of here, please. Holy shit. Look at this. Turn that down a little bit. Holy hell. Look at this. Special forces swarming in. This is like a game of 007. You remember in N64, the 007 game?
No, I would remember that.
Everyone's all boxy and shit running around, dude. This is just like 007. Look out! Look out!
Oh my God!
Don't you love no matter what's happening in these kinds of like mass hysteria situations? There's always one guy in the background of everyone else, and his voice sounds fake. He's going like, move, move, move. Like without fail, there's always just one guy that just sounds like he's doing something to his voice. Like that is, that is not how he actually sounds. And he's going, move, get down on the ground. Like something crazy, you know? Listen.
Where's it coming from?
You hear him?
Yeah.
What the
Oh, somebody go.
Move, move, move. Someone in the background. Move, move, move. It's so...
Oh my God!
Stay down, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, stay down.
Stay down, bitch.
We got one down.
We got one down. So this is the guy.
Okay.
Dude, I couldn't tell if the guy was black or if he was like white. He kind of looks like a black nerd. Which, remember, we were talking about black nerds I think in the last episode.
Yeah.
Dude, you have to seriously watch these black nerds because they can either be like the coolest people you've ever met or the most psychotic people you've ever met. There's literally no in between. I've never met like a black nerd that I was indifferent towards. You know what I mean? They're either insane or they're like, they're cool. Not I would be in the middle. They're either insane or they're cool, you know?
We don't know this person's name yet.
No, his name is out there, but I don't give a fuck about the name. I'm here for the funny shit.
Yeah.
Trump busting
I
his ass.
I might need to know later.
J.D. Vance getting ripped out of the bitch. This next part, look at this. Watch. Look, during all the hysteria, dude, the reporters that were there for the conference were stealing bottles of wine off the tables. Look at this. Watch this. Look at this. All of them taking selfies. Look, the president, somebody's here to kill us all. We cannot forget our free bottles of Chardonnay, you know, just in case.
Cover all sorts of scary and terrible events.
Look at this girl.
Yeah.
Look at the way she grabs. She goes, I'll be having that. Thank you. You know, the way she grabs that. And she does it twice.
This is what I saw earlier while we were setting up.
The champagne's so nice, you had to grab it twice. This bitch, look at the way she does it. She goes again with the elegant grab. Watch it.
Where you have a love.
Again with it. She goes, all her fingers bending back. You can see her nails, the whole shit. This is so fucking funny, dude.
Next to you in that
They don't even care.
and you're also
It started getting noisy. Tables getting flipped over, guys running in with guns.
Dana White. Dana White treated this just like I said, like it was 007. He was like, it was so fucking cool, bro. He's like, they're like 19 people died. It was like insane, bro. He's like, I stayed there for the whole thing, guys. Like, what? Like, watch, dude. He gets so fucking excited. This is like crazy to hear someone talk like this during what could potentially be, like, you don't know. It just happened, right? What could potentially be like a mass shooting, right? Like, you're in the room. Yeah, maybe nobody where you were got shot, but like this just happened, right? Like, they could report later today. They could go 9 people in the first fucking hallway died. You know, who the fuck knows? Dana White's about to go like, dude, it was the craziest thing I ever see. It was so awesome. He actually says awesome. Listen to it.
It started getting noisy. Tables getting flipped over, guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!"
Look, someone in the chat saying, what did Ben do? Ben, we'll get to Ben later. Right now, we're at the light, the finger on the pulse segment. This is the news segment. We appreciate you sticking around, though, but you'll see. We'll get to the Ben segment a little later.
I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was pretty...
Look at his face. He's like, oh, it was so cool, bro. He goes, dude, it was awesome. He says, I took every minute of it in. This is like somebody talking about the birth of their child. You know what I mean? Like, he's saying that, again, people could have potentially...
This didn't last minute.
I mean, dude, people could have potentially died. I don't know. I'm not keeping up with it. I care about the funny shit. This is funny as hell to me to see this. I don't know about the actual report, but like, do we know if people died in this moment yet? No. You know, this is literally, he just got like evacuated. We don't know what the hell is happening. 18 people in the next lobby could have been mowed down mercilessly. Who the fuck knows? He could have done it all with one bullet. He could have lined them all up with one bullet and said, fuck you all. And he has no idea.
And they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and
Dana
it was
White.
a pretty crazy, unique experience.
So you were on the aisle. What exactly did you see?
We were sitting right in front of the table.
Okay.
Right in front of where the president was.
Yes. And what exactly happened? So someone got tackled, or like what?
Nobody got tackled, but guys came in looking for shooters. They came toward our table. I thought the shooter was over by us or something. But yeah.
So you didn't see the actual attacker itself. Okay.
I think that's the last video. So let's give it up for Dana White. Dude, Dana White, so fucking funny in that moment. He's like, the guy was screaming, "Get down." I didn't get down. He goes, I didn't get down. I didn't even think about it. I stayed up the whole time. This other one, too.
That was like a childhood, he was excited like a kid.
He was so fucking happy about it. It was actually insane. I do want to watch this clip real fast. Look at Trump. Trump looks nuts, dude. He seriously looks like you have to put him out to pasture, dude. He's dying slowly, bro. Like, get him out of here. All the McDonald's and it's all coagulating inside of him. You know what I mean? It's like, you just put him out, dude. Just put him out. But I want to show you. Look at even this, dude. Trump is like Nick Fuentes. You can't get a bad freeze frame with him. So I want to show you just like this last one. This is kind of like the overall zoom out, but they let it play a little longer than the summary that we just watched. Look at Vivek. Oh, wait. That isn't Vivek. That is Dr. Oz. Holy shit, dude. I thought that was Vivek Ramaswamy the whole time. Dude, I swear to God, I thought that was Vivek Ramaswamy. Dude, Dr. Oz looking a lot like a engine right now. That I thought that was Vivek Ramaswamy for like 18 hours. I'm not kidding. Look at this. The zoomed out. Dude, people start taking selfies and shit. Nobody cared about it. This almost seemed like a fake event.
Yeah.
Look at Trump bust his ass. Same shit we saw last time, right? Now watch. You're going to see people down here taking selfies and shit. Look at this guy right here in particular. This guy right here, he has not put his lamb chop down the entire time. This guy has no will to live. He's like, I made $99 billion in my life. I seen it all. I done fucked kids. I done the whole thing on Jeffrey Epstein's island. He goes, if this is the way I'm leaving, this is the way I'm leaving. He don't even care. Look at him. Unshook, dude.
Completely.
Unshook. Is that Dana White? Was that Dana White? Now look at this people over here taking video. You're about to see this guy down here. He's going to pull out his cell phone, and he gets, like, deep in it, bro. Oh, that was it? I got to start saving these videos as I find them. You know, because I, like, saw that video, and I guess I didn't save that one. And then now look at us.
You showed me that one.
Now look at us. We look like fools. No, but that'll end that part of our finger on the pulse segment. Let's give it up for Trump. Good old Trump. And then look, people are getting real suspicious about it because what's her name? Fucking Carolyn. What was her name? Carolyn something. Carolyn Levitt, right? Who's like the White House press secretary. Listen to what she says, like just like minutes before the event starts, or maybe hour, whatever. Like, but this is before the event starts. Listen to this.
Ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
I love it all.
Shots
and
fired.
You wrote most of it.
I see.
Shots fired. Very sus. So, you know, people online are just, I don't really care about this. I just thought that was funny to bring that up. Because people online will see that and they'll go, she said shots fired. And she said, you know, where, like as if shots fired is not just a common phrase that people use for like insults, right? And what is Trump? One of the things he's known for the most is insulting people. He has a nickname for everyone. You know, it's like, so people online will just use any old, like anything they hear to just be like, look, that she's in on it. She's in on it. It's like, calm down. So we'll end our, we're going to end our finger on the pulse segment on this Russell Brand clip. So Russell Brand was recently on Piers Morgan, right? Piers Morgan Uncensored. And it was so funny. He was there because he has like some like rape allegations or something like that he's in the middle of, from what I understand. He's still going through the process of all that, right? And may he have done it? Probably. I mean, yeah, you know, but innocent till proven guilty, right? I don't know how they do it in Britain, though. I don't know if he's getting trialed there or getting trialed here. If he's in Britain, they could just, you know, throw him in some fucking brig somewhere and just say, hey, see you later. That's maybe how they do it over there. Over here, you innocent until proven guilty, and nothing is more apparent in all of that than what's happening to the current White House administration right now. You know what I mean? It's like everyone has like evidence that they're fucking kids, and they're still like, yeah, just leave them alone. Just let them, you know what I mean? Just let them go. So Russell Brand's on Piers Morgan to kind of talk about that. You know, at least that's what we think Piers is gonna. You know, that's what Piers is good for, the gotcha shit. So there's no way in hell you can expect to go on there and Piers is not going to fucking twist your arm about this rape allegation shit, right? But here's the thing. Russell Brand is a born-again Christian, okay? And if you don't know, now you know, okay? Russell Brand is a goddamn born-again Christian. He's a man of the highest caliber. And Piers is going to ask him what his favorite Bible verses are, and we're about to get a sermon like no other from Mr. Brand. Check this out. This is literally like an SNL skit. Watch this.
A question about your Bible?
Yes, if you want to.
Thank you. Was that the one you took into court?
You're the very one.
Okay. What was your thinking of taking it into court? And what you were seeing, looking at some passages, what were the relevant passages for you?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you.
Thank you
didn't
for
know that.
asking me.
A little
All
bit.
right.
It was this from Isaiah.
Okay.
You're right. Bear did say, be chilled. Sometimes I lose the chill, man.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Hold up.
It's,
That noise of just the silence and then him just going, like trying to find the fucking Bible verse.
it's this.
Oh. Woo.
They don't like that, do they, in the old gallery? But remember, you just said it's a hired spot.
I like, it's like, oh man, in the old gallery, yeah, so little spot, little beans and toast, he's flipping the page, literally just mumbling shit. Like, I don't even understand anything coming out of this man's mouth. And him just flipping through, like, everything about this is funny, down to, like, the noises of the page is flipping. Like, it's like, what is this man doing right now? Holy hell.
They're in the old gallery, but remember, you just said it's a hired spot. This is from Isaiah.
Okay, so now we're going to get one. Nope, wait, hold up.
Excuse me.
Him being so quiet and somber and shit, because he wasn't like this the whole interview. There were other clips. Not that we watched the whole thing. It was like 2 hours of what I assumed to be 2 hours of Pierce Morgan going, so you're a rapist, yeah? And him just going, nah, mate, the Bible, buy my course and my liquids and shit like that online, mate. Flip the page again. Now go all the way back. Hold up. He just flipped through 19 pages. He's going all the way back to the beginning. Dude, just read him the Bible fucking from the first page. Just, and God said in the first day, let there be light. That's it. End it right there. There's still another minute of this. There's still one more minute of this.
It says here.
What does it say? Russell, please. Look at Pierce looking into the camera like what the fuck? Pierce looking into the camera like he's fucking Jim from The Office right now, dude. Look at Pierce, bro. He does a hard stare into the camera, dude. This is like fucking... you can't even write that better than... You couldn't write it better than that. You honestly couldn't.
It says here. The verse that I was looking at that day was not this. I can't actually find the verse that I had that day, but this is good enough. This is from Isaiah 12.
Finally, he's about to read one off, and I like how whoever made this clip cut it off right before he actually reads something. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just leave that context out, because I actually did watch that part, and he does read something, and then he puts the Bible down, and he reads a verse from, like, memory and stuff. He recites a verse, I guess I should say. He doesn't read it if he's saying it from memory. But I just thought this was, like, the funniest fucking clip right there. Let's give it up for Russell Brand, dude. A man of the faith. A man of the faith. Got to give it up for my man, Mr. Russell Brand. So we are going to get into our main story, which is Ben Avery. Why he's slowly losing his goddamn mind. There's a guy in the chat earlier sitting there asking, what did Ben do? I mean, it's what didn't he do? You know what I mean? This guy's breathing. We got a problem. No, I'm joking. I don't give a shit about it. I actually like Ben. I like Lemon Party. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Lemon Party. I like Devin Costa. I like Hate Watch. Joey LaFleur from Hate Watch is probably one of my favorite fucking people right now. We've reviewed that movie that he was in. He's got this, where he does live prank phone calls, this shit called GoofCon 1. They're hilarious as fuck, dude. Like, A lot of good stuff coming out of Joey LaFleur. But Ben in particular right now, it kind of like feels like Ben is kind of coming into this time in his career where he's starting to get a little bit of notoriety. And this is usually kind of like the pivot point for people where they're either going to turn out to be a total piece of shit or they're going to like kind of ride the wave okay, right? Sometimes you get the people in the middle who kind of like fall off after that, you know what I mean? Because they just don't keep the momentum going whatsoever. But usually people that stick it out, they either become total pieces of shit or they kind of ride the wave out okay, you know? And I don't know, like lately I'm kind of finding Ben like kind of steering towards the total piece of shit route a little bit. It almost seems like ever since he started the live show that he has, it's called Ben Avery Presents the Show. He has this live show he does on his own website. You can watch it live while it's happening, but to watch recaps of it, you got to pay to be a member on the site, right? And ever since he started doing that, he's been coming after like Jeff Dye a lot and like Brett Gelman and stuff like that, which is fine. Like I'm all for talking shit about people online, right? But it's all about like the way that you do it. It almost seems like this Jeff Dye thing has kind of like got into like a personal level with Ben to a point to where like he's like freaking out about it on his live streams. Like it's actually fucking nuts, right? Jeff Dye mentions this dude for like, I don't know, a total of fucking 3 minutes or something like that on his fucking podcast. And Ben loses his fucking mind. And I get it. It's not the only time Jeff Dye's ever mentioned him. Jeff Dye will go on a live and Ben's fans will poke at Jeff Dye. And then Jeff will be like, well, this guy's a fucking loser, bro. He like is obsessed with me or something. Your fans are talking shit to the guy, bro. Like, you don't think he's going to say something? Like, they're literally taking, like, the deepest digs they can at this guy while he's on his own live, right?
Yeah.
He's going to say something. So, you being the fucking perpetuator of that, right, by talking shit on your streams, you have to understand that, right? So, you take the shit talk with the grain of salt. It's like, who gives a fuck at that point, right? Jeff mentions Ben on his show for 3 fucking minutes. Ben does an hour and a half fucking long rant on Jeff. Like and it's like him like yelling into the camera like angrily, bro. I was like, what is happening here? Like, you know, I get like energetic and stuff when I'm like talking shit on the show. But you can like, if you're really paying attention, you could tell I'm not losing sleep over anyone. This is literally just, there's no point to this show.
Right.
It's literally just to talk shit. So it's like, if we're talking shit, you know, that it just is what it is. Am I going to lose sleep over the fact that Ben Avery is literally driving himself insane over an online beef that he started? No, I don't care that much. But it is fun to talk about. Wait until we show you what Jeff said and then what Ben's response to it was. It was like fucking unhinged beyond belief. And I'm not one to say, oh, Jeff Dye doesn't deserve a little. Hey, let's talk about. I could talk shit on Jeff Dye for days. I don't care. But bring it to me. We can talk some shit. We can make s'mores in my backyard and we can talk shit about Jeff Dye. I'm okay with that, right? It has to come from a place of levity, right? Like I don't know Jeff Dye. I don't have any personal qualms with Jeff Dye, and Ben doesn't either.
Oh,
that's the thing. Like, yeah, they've worked in like the same circles and been at the same comedy clubs and shit like that. All of Ben's stories and things of Jeff Dye are coming from friends of his that he's hearing from other people, that he's talking about from.
They're not even old for like.
They're not even. They fucking have never met, dude. They've never met. That's what makes this whole thing so fucking crazy to me. Is I'm like, dude, you starting like a personal jihad or some shit like that over a guy you've like never met. And even if he has like actually met him, he is nobody in fucking Ben's life to be losing sleep. I met the guy that made my coffee. If I found out that he called me a faggot tomorrow, I'm not going to like start a stream and fucking lose my mind over, even if he had his own YouTube channel and called me a faggot. I bring it up. I talk a little shit. I go, this guy sucks, right? You know? And then that's it. We move on. Like, Jeff, like Ben's getting to this point of like a no return, right? So let's get into it a little bit. I want to start with Jeff Dye's mentioning of Ben. And there are some good time codes in this. They're very funny time codes. So we're going to get into the Ben Avery part first, and then we're going to rewind a little bit and just laugh a little bit at Jeff while we're here, you know, and then we'll move on to Ben's response. Because these things are fucking absolutely insane. So look, 42 minutes into the podcast, Jeff is going to bring up Ben Avery. They finally get around to talking about the online hate. This is 42 minutes into the episode. This was a long one for Jeff. Jeff usually calls it at like 33 minutes or some shit. He talked for like a solid half an hour. You could tell he talked for an hour and just edited it down, right? And then he throws that out into the universe and goes, people love it's like, podcast got to be an hour, man. It's like, come on. What are you doing?
I just want to comment on his little prime thing sitting back there.
He wishes he was fucking had something to do with Prime. But Prime, Logan Paul.
But he gave it legs and arms.
No, I think you're right. I think he did make that.
It definitely
that is
somebody glued that
That's
together.
very funny. He's got Earthworm Jim over there. He's got a couple little interesting figurines. Yeah, Bender over there from Futurama. Couple little good figurines. See, we're starting to come around on Jeff. I'm starting to be like a fan of Jeff. No, I'm friends with this dude on Discord. Well, like online acquaintances, not friends. So it's this guy on Discord I've been chatting with, right? And he's been feeding me a lot of Ben Lemon fucking dirt, and we're just piling it up. We're gonna do another one of these later when we have a little bit more juice. But he's been telling me, he's like, I'm unironically kind of coming around to Jeff Dye just because of how much Ben is fucking hating on him. And it kind of is true. It's like almost like you want to see, because Ben's kind of living long enough to see himself become the villain type shit. So it's almost like you want to see Jeff Dye win, kind of, just to kind of shove it in his fucking face a little bit. But let's hear him. This is the only mentioning of Ben Lemon the entire fucking podcast. Check this out.
But it just kind of, I'm saying, like, that's when it opened the door to, like, oh no, trolls are a real thing. Like now it's like people aren't even afraid to be a troll. Some people, like these Red Bar guys or this Ben Avery guy, they have their whole identity is just tearing something apart.
The whole identity is tearing something apart. Now, anyone who's in a position of someone like Red Bar, Ben Avery, they should say that. All right, I'm not going to say that I'm on the same level as those guys, right? But I do a anti-comedy show, right? If somebody was like, is your whole kind of thing basically tearing those shows apart? I'd be like, yeah. I mean, if that's how you want to call it, like, that's what we're doing, essentially. Like, what am I going to shoot a fucking pigeon and say I didn't shoot the pigeon? It's like, you know what I mean? That's kind of what... So this isn't even that bad of shit talk right here.
Right.
You are trolling him. Any good troll would go, yeah, that's me. You know what I mean? They might fuck with you a little bit, say, I don't know, be a little sarcastic about it, but they're going to let you know. Trust me.
Which is, what a sad life. Like, it's so funny that they feel like they're doing something great. Like, they think they're really crushing it. It's like, your whole identity is just me.
It's kind of a tabloid version, but it's a video tabloid.
What a pathetic life. If you think I'm a loser hack who's boring, and that's all you think about is a loser hack who's boring, what does that say about you? Like, you've spent your whole time zooming in on my dick and being like, look at this, there's no dick in here. Where's this bulge right now?
I mean, that's kind of funny, right? Yeah. Now he's sitting there making fun of you back. It's like, this should be like right there. I'm not saying Ben shouldn't respond to this. That's not what I'm saying.
He shouldn't have an hour-long rant.
An hour and a half long fucking rant. Like, literally losing his mind. Like, I bet, and here's the thing, if Ben was, like, having the conversation with him, he wouldn't be screaming like he was in his rant that we're going to show you guys later. He wouldn't be doing, he'd be talking some shit, maybe, let's not say he's a total pussy. He probably would talk some shit, but it wouldn't, like, Ben was, like, ready to threaten someone's life in this live stream that we're going to show you guys later. It was actually nuts.
Oh, look, his hat's too low or he's balding. It's like, sure, okay, whatever, but that's how you're spending your time, bro? Like,
rather watch golf.
What an embarrassing, and it just helps me in a way, but, like, also it's like, I wouldn't. People that I don't, that I'm not crazy about. I really don't really think about them that much. I wouldn't create a whole identity about it. I wouldn't make it that my whole thing. It's like so sad.
There's an online culture of hate parties and stuff that are out there. It's like
That's
from
us.
the Opie and Anthony to the Brendan.
That's what we should rename our show is Hate Party. So we could get on the Hate Watch search, you know what I mean? And then when people search Hate Watch, they go, Hate Party. Is that like the same? And we do our whole branding like Hate Watch, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I call Devin Costa and Joey LaFoy. I go, hey guys, you know, and it'd be nice.
But I don't. But like, what a life! What is your life?
People looking for some type of community, and they find it within their own niche of haters club.
Yeah,
It's strange.
It's crazy. The Brendan Schaub one. Let's talk about that for a little bit because used to.
Okay, so that was we're at 44:18. It started at 42:39. So we're like literally like a little over 2 minutes of talking about him. Does that deserve an hour and a half goddamn rant? You know, It's like, come on, dude. And this is why I wanted to play this one first and then play the other funny time codes later, is because I want you to listen to the guy that he's responding to in this way. You know, this is the guy that you're responding to in this way. Listen to how pathetic this guy is, calling you pathetic, and you're actually losing sleep over this. Listen to this.
This week is going to be cool. I'm going to Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm playing the Improv. Last time I was at the Improv, I think I've told the story on this podcast before, but the last time I was at the Improv, they brought me in and they were being real nice, which is fine,
It was a very good story.
It wasn't unusual. I just thought maybe these people are really nice. But I did suspect something might be up because they were being super nice. And then they were like, oh, hey, so this is the new comedy club. They showed me this giant room. They showed me the beautiful new bar. They showed me all the building. And then there's this little side room, and they go, that's the room you're in. And I was like, wait, what? The room was like as big as...
So now he goes to this comedy club in Raleigh, right? He goes, yo, they were super nice to me. They rolled out the red carpet. They had the whole shit. Bro, everybody's like, yo, Jeff, long time no see, bro, like, you know? And then as soon as I go to the green room, they stick me in some goddamn closet. This is the guy. It's like he don't even have respect in his own goddamn field. You gonna freak the fuck out like that? This guy can't even cut a break at the comedy club that he's booked in, you know? And it's like, just leave him alone, bro. You know what I mean?
Is this podcast studio, and they're like, yeah, you're in this room. I go, I don't think that I'm supposed to be in this room. I'm headlining the weekend. They go, yeah, we had to move you to this small room because Matt Rife wanted the weekend.
Matt Rife. I mean, that's about as good a reason as any to get you getting shoved out. They knew because he even says it after this little part. He goes, it was around the time when Matt Rife was coming up off of TikTok, right? I mean, he's going to sell out that room and then some. Every fucking hot bitch in a 12-mile radius is going to go to that show. Are you kidding? So, yeah, they moved you, bro. But this is the guy. This is what I'm saying. This is the guy that we're like, literally, he's a whole jihad on this man. There's a whole jihad on just this man. Now, listen to this. His Easter breakup. This was funny.
And I sent a happy Easter to a friend of mine who actually used to be one of my podcast producers. His name's Nick Greco.
Calls him out by name.
It was so humiliating. I sent him a happy Easter. He doesn't send anything. And then I scrolled up through our text and I realized he hadn't replied to like 15 texts that I had sent throughout the last, 8 months or 9 months. And then I just wrote, wait, do you not talk to me anymore? LOL, laughy emoji, question mark. And his response to my happy Easter, you won't believe this.
Wait until you hear this response, but I want you to keep in mind, this is not a response to Happy Easter. This is a response to his follow-up after the Happy Easter of him saying, hey, are we like cool? You know, it's essentially him, hey, are we cool? Now listen to this fucking response.
Or maybe you will believe it, actually, but that's the sad thing is that this is believable. His response to my happy Easter was, to be honest, the MAGA allegiance, which I'm not MAGA, the Fox News appearances, so what, and the political posts all have been a problem for me. Ever since you turned into a, quote, anti-woke political comic over the years and your material and content went farther right, I've checked out. Obviously, I wish you the best. You can do what you want, believe what you want. But it's just not something I want to condone or associate with. I'm sure that sounds harsh coming from a friend, but that's just how I'm feeling these days with all that's going on.
Now, that is an insane ass like text to get back, like, you know, even though he asked for it, essentially. He essentially asked for that, right? But again, this is who we're responding to. This guy is taking L's every chance, and it's so nuts that his whole podcast is essentially that. And Ben says this all the time. His podcast literally is him going like, look at this L that I took, man. And then he goes, and then look at this L that I took right here. This is crazy. We just listened to 2 L's back to back, less than 20 minutes apart from each other. He goes, I went to the comedy club, fat old L. He goes, and then I text my friend. I say, happy Easter, man. Long time no see, you know. Wish you the best of luck. The hugest L I get back from that one. It's like, holy shit. The whole thing is him just living loss after loss after loss. Like, come on, man. Let's just leave him alone. But this is how big of a piece of shit Jeff is. Like, this is how big of a piece of shit he is. You just heard him. He called out the producer by name, right? He goes, I texted a friend of mine. He was an old producer. His name was like Jeff something, whatever, Nick something, some other fucking name, right? He goes, bam, calls him out by name, says what he did, personal shit, reads his personal text message on air, right? Then frames it, gaslights the audience, and says, this was his response to my happy Easter text, when it was really a response to your follow-up as to why your friend hasn't been answering you. He does all that in the first time code I'm showing you. And in this one, 20 minutes later, attacks the guy. Watch this.
It's insane.
Not 20, maybe 10, 15 minutes later. Sorry, let's be factual.
Also, how many of friends that he's still friends with who are way more farther right than me? He's friends with them because I guess they maybe be quiet around him, or they don't have a stand-up comedy career where people hear their jokes. Whatever it is, it's gross. And the reason I'm bringing it up and airing this out on my podcast is, one, because it's therapeutic for me to talk about this. But two, it's like, ask yourself, while you're listening right now, think in your head, have I ever just like stopped talking to someone because of something? Because it's pretty easy to only work.
This is not the attacking. This is attacking, but this isn't the worst of it. Wait until you hear this.
On everything. What a cushy little fucking pussy life you have.
What the fuck? Like, you get what I'm saying here? We ain't saying Jeff don't deserve it in some way or another, right? That's not what we're saying. I mean, look, he is obviously a piece of shit, right? I'm just saying, I think it's a bad look for Ben Avery to be fucking coming after this idiot like this. You know what I mean? This guy's fucking retarded. It's like, what are we even doing here? Let's give it up for Jeff Dye. So now that's going to bring us into Ben's responses to this. This was, I mean, I'm talking crazy fucking unhinged, bro. To the point to where, like, it was not funny. Like, the point of Ben's show, the point of Ben's whole thing, right, is supposed to be comedy. He's supposed to essentially be anti-comedy, right? But it's supposed to be funny. Like, the whole, basically, synopsis behind Lemon Party and Hate Watch, essentially, is that comedy in its current state sucks ass, you know? And that the anti-comedy of today is supposed to kind of be like the remedy of that. Of this cookie cutter bullshit ass comedy fucking society or bubble, you know, that's kind of forming around the comedy spaceship and all these other fucking thumb-like fags that hang around Rogan, right? It's supposed to kind of be like the pushback to that. You have Superman and then you have Bizarro Superman, right? You think about this in the same terms and it kind of makes sense a little bit, right? Nothing crazy, nothing worse for comedy than taking the shit serious, you know? And this, my friend, is taking the shit a little too serious. So let's make sure we're at the right time code. I want to start with this right here. because we're going to be watching some Ben stand-up a little bit later on the Lost Boys episode after we end this live. So this is a very good precursor to that. Listen to the way Ben talks about stand-up, and I want you to hold on to this because we will touch on it a little bit later, okay? Listen to this.
Purple's not funny. Yellow's funny. I think doing stand-up turns you into... I don't think it makes you an idiot. I don't think it makes you a moron. I think it just makes you a psychopath.
Oh.
You hurtle through all the beauty of the world, and you're just thinking about, what about... but my set last night, it didn't go the way I wanted. When I repeated myself to strangers, I gotta do this, gotta do that. And then someone says, the whole documentary too, someone will say something to Mark, and he doesn't listen to anybody. So someone will go, hey, Mark, blah, 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 I saw this thing. And he goes,
Not a bad Mark Norman impression. It's not a bad Mark Norman impression at all. Let's just give it up for Ben Lemon and his Mark Norman impression. It's pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. I got to give it to him. I give credit when it's due. You know what I mean? Fuck the response. I'll take the Mark Norman impression. Thank you.
You can say, hey, Mark, sorry I'm late. My mom passed away. He goes, yeah, they passed away. Why did they say pass away? You pass gas, you pass away. Hey! No longer human.
No longer human. Okay.
Does he have a cane?
Dude, this whole thing of his is very, very performative. I do want to start by saying that. This whole thing, like his getup on this I stopped wearing these fucking things literally from covering fucking Ben. I go, well, there goes the fucking circle glasses, you know? Because I'm telling you right now, the eye thing, he goes, my doctor, he says I got an autoimmune disease. It's the second one I got in 3 months. It's like these things are happening because he drinks like 19 fucking glass bottled colas a day. He eats like fucking dog shit. He eats like McDonald's and Chick-fil-A for every fucking meal. They talk about it constantly on Lemon Party. And on Lemon Party, this nigga ain't never got no shades on. He's never rocking a cane. And 9 out of 10 episodes you see in the last like 6 months, he's actually standing in the corner. Now, he has talked, my leg hurts, my back hurts, my whatever. But this whole cane shit, guarantee you it's performative as fuck. Not to mention, during the Lost Boys episode, when we cut out of this one, we're going to watch his stand-up set where there's not a fucking cane to be seen for the whole 15-minute set. You get what I'm saying? This whole thing is like performative as shit. Live and let lie. I'm not completely hating on it, right? If that's what you want to do, that's fine with me. I'm totally cool with that. But it is very, very performative. I'm a grouchy old man cosplay, they say in the fucking chat. This is a grouchy old man cosplay. That is so fucking funny. Especially with the fucking cataract sun he's on, dude. He's got the cataract. This is get your ass off my lawn material. This is I don't want the blacks in my neighborhood material. This is what this is.
The road comedy.
But no, hold on to that. So we are actually done with this time code. Just so you hear the way he talks about comedians and stuff like that. I want you to hold on to that because he's going to talk about it a little bit in this rant. And he's like trying to sell out the Comedy Store and stuff like that. It's like you're talking a lot of shit about comedians for somebody who looks like they're trying to be a comedian. You get what I'm saying? It's like, and it kind of breaks this whole mold. It's like you can't be the thing and then be the anti-thing. It's like it just doesn't make sense to me. But moving on to this next time code. Now, this is going to be the start of why I'd say that this rant is so unhinged. Is because Ben starts grasping at straws like a motherfucker during this rant. He begins by basically conflating the fact that Jeff Dye blocked him on social media with him like that act making him not a good Christian. It is essentially, it's like, well, I think Ben literally says, "Oh, you're a Christian, so why'd you block me then?" It's like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Those go together?
Dude, it was the funniest shit. He looks like a middle school woman, a middle school girl. He looks like a middle school girl when he says it. Watch this. This is fucking crazy.
feel about the Me Too movement? And if you, but be careful, because this is very serious to me, Michael. I'm a Christian. What do you think? Do you believe that Jesus died?
You're a Christian. Then why did you block me?
You hear it in his voice? He sounds so, he literally sounds like a middle school girl. Then why did you block me? Like as if he got him on like a point there or something like that. He goes, everyone online is going to totally think Jeff Dye is a bad Christian because he blocked me on social media. Totally got him. Oh. It's very funny, dude. And you could see Ben is like, look at his face right here. Too much disgust in that goddamn face. Too much disgust in that fucking face. You're like legitimately upset about this.
He
looks fucking mad, dude. Holy shit. With his Lacoste shirt on. Get that gator the fuck out of here. Get that shit the fuck out of here.
To me, Michael. I'm a Christian. What do you think? Do you believe that Jesus died?
You're a Christian. Then why did you block me?
Checkmate. Checkmate, Ben.
Is that very Christian of you, Jeff? I asked if I could do your show. I gave you constructive criticism. And then you blocked me and you rant about me on your show all the time.
Constructive criticism by calling him a faggot, getting your fans to hop in every single one of his comment sections of his podcast episodes and talk the most shit that you could possibly think about talking. Dude, you go into the comment section of a Jeff Dye episode of Die Hard, it is literally a lemon party, and it's all lemons. You can't even... There's more lemons than you never get scurvy hanging out at the fucking comment section of Jeff Dye's video. It's insane.
Is he talking about Christian? You work for Dennis Prager now. What's Christian about working for Dennis Prager?
Who the fuck is a Dennis Prager? Who cares?
Yeah, I'm Christian. Where do you work? I work at Israel.
Yeah, I love. See what I'm saying about grasping straws? It's like he might like work for like a production company that's owned by a Jew. And it's like, what comedian doesn't, dude? Like, they're all working for some Jew somewhere in some way. It's like, what does it even matter, dude? Everybody knows.
Jews rule!
Got it? All right? Like, come on. It's like so funny. Like, let the Jew shit go, my friend. No, but to the conflation of fucking like being a bad Christian with like, oh, you blocked me on social media, and the way he said that, it was so funny. Look at the face. Look at where we're starting this next time code. Look at how angry Ben looks. This is so crazy. To see someone actually get this upset over online hatred. I've responded to comments. I've talked some shit back, you know? I've done it in a very untasteful way, too. You know? I've been there. I learned my lesson. All right? You can't keep... This is nuts, you know? This is nuts. I like it, though. I like it. Ben's double chin. His figure going like Ben looking like a pear. Legitimately. Nice and green. Ben reminds me of like the green apple flavor.
Yeah.
He doesn't remind me of a green apple. He just reminds me of the green apple flavor. Like, it kind of tastes like green apple, but you know deep down inside it's poison. So it's like, this might be entertaining to people to some degree, right? But you know deep down, listening to it, you know deep down this shit's going to ruin your insides. You know what I'm saying here?
Started a new thing called Face to Face that you gave up on 2 months ago. You put it out on the Patreon. It was that girl you were trying to fuck. That wrestler lady with the tits and the black wife.
Wait, so they're saying, nah, Prager deserves our disdain. I'm not saying he doesn't. I don't even know who the fuck Prager is. What is he? Is he in charge of that, like, Prager universe, like Prager U or some shit like that? I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm just saying, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? I don't wish the guy was alive, like, lives a long, prosperous life. Let him fucking fall off a bridge, all I care. But why are we bringing it up with Jeff? Is my point. Like, I get it. And people are in there saying, I miss Mike, man. Mike who? No, I'm kidding. I miss Mike too, dude. We all miss Mike David. Okay, let's not pretend we don't miss Red Bar. Everyone does.
On 2 months ago, you put it out on the Patreon. It was that girl you were trying to fuck. That wrestler lady with the tits and the black wife beater. I hope you fucked her. I hope you fucked her in your big Halo truck. I hope it filled the void for like 8 minutes. I heard you guys.
I'm not gonna lie. To call a Cybertruck a Halo truck is very funny.
Got a weird dick, by the way. That's a big rumor going around. Women leave you because you have a weird dick. I've had that in my back pocket for a while, and I haven't wanted to use it. But now that you're talking shit about me on your show, your fucking ass is grass, bitch. I heard you.
Your fucking ass is grass, bitch. Oh. That is so fucking funny, dude. He is completely unhinged, bro. He is completely unhinged. My phone is going off right now. I'm like selling a junked car right now, guys. And there are like 8 different fucking places trying to like put bids on my junked car right now. And they're all texting me at the same fucking time. You ain't getting an answer, all right? Fuck off. We're talking about Jeff Dye.
You got a weird dick. Women leave you, break up with you because you have a very weird penis.
And I'm in middle school.
This is just what I've heard. This is what I've heard. You can act like, people reject you because I'm just a Christian. I'm a Christian. Well, my life isn't very Christian. I say very inflammatory things about people.
Didn't you just get done saying he has a weird dick? You get what I'm saying here? He's literally calling him a bad guy for saying inflammatory things when he says inflammatory things in the same breath. It's like, come on, man. Just let the guy live. That's all I say. I say let Jeff Dye ruin his own life. I don't think he needs Ben Avery for that. Trust me. And we just got done listening to his...
Well, Ben's the one looking crazy right now anyway.
He looks insane. Like when Jeff brought Ben up, Jeff was like the calmest guy about it. He goes, that's like pathetic, right? Ain't that crazy? It's like, was Jeff fucking not just as pathetic? Probably not, right? But like he was very just... He said, yeah, he just said his piece. He moved on. Spent 2 whole minutes on it. Right now, we're at 18 minutes of an hour and 22-minute long rant. And there are cuts in this. Like when it was happening live, it was probably like an hour and 40 or some shit, Listen to this.
To get views and clicks and to have a career. And then when anybody says anything about me, I freak the fuck out. I completely flip the fuck out.
Hold on to that. He's talking about Jeff. He's saying, Jeff says deflammatory whatever. Let's hear from him. I interrupted it. I won't interrupt it. Listen to it.
My life isn't very Christian. I say very inflammatory things about people. To get views and clicks and to have a career. And then when anybody says anything about me, I freak the fuck out. I completely flip the fuck out. But I'm a Christian. All right, man. All right, dude. I'm in your head, bitch. I'm in your search bar. I'm in your search history. You're watching everything. You're watching the show. I bet you're subscribed.
Why would he be in Jeff's head? Jeff mentioned him for 2 minutes. You get what I'm saying here? This is like
He's in your head.
Yes, the response that we're getting from Ben is Jeff is living in his head. It's Jeff who's running around in Ben's mind rent free, but fucking every thought that Ben has, dude. Ben's literally talked about this on this show, on Lemon Party. He did another live stream this past Wednesday. He talked about it again. It's like this whole thing. And I could only imagine the Lemon Party Discord is probably on fire right now. Oh, why? We're eating good tonight, boys. One mention of Ben, and they're all losing their goddamn minds. And he's at the forefront of this all. You get what I'm saying? Everything that Ben is saying about Jeff, he might as well be staring in a mirror while he's saying it all. You get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
This is like crazy to hear. This is delusional as fuck, bro.
Get off my dick.
Get off my dick.
You want some fire-ass pussy, small waistline? Go look somewhere else, bitch. Let me tell you something, Jeff Cry. I'll come on your show. Stop cheaply using my name for clicks and just have me on your show. It's going to be big. It's going to be a big event. I'm selling out the Comedy Store now, and I know you're butthurt about it. I know you're mad about it.
Now, that's a weird thing to brag about, right? When we literally just heard in the beginning of this
Same episode.
Same rant. We literally just heard in the beginning of this of how fucking comedians, like, it turns you into like a psychopath, don't it? It's like, it literally makes you like a crazy person. So are we watching like the evidence of your spouts right now happening in real time? Like, is that what's happening? You call them like you see them, huh, Ben? You call them like you see them. So this is why they say hindsight is 20/20. Because when you're going through this, you don't think of yourself as being the unreasonable. 9 times out of 10, people don't think of themselves as being unreasonable in that moment. They feel 110% justified, right? This is something that you would watch back and go, like, you go, wait a minute. I don't know about this one, man. So, like, that's kind of what I feel like, but maybe not. Because think, if you have as many listeners as Ben does, and they're reinforcing that on you, you're going to think you're God. You're like Homelander.
You're like, I'm right. Everybody.
Like, this is it. This is me now. I'm the shit, Everything I say is like law to these people. Why would I not keep going? That's what I feel like. And this is what I'm talking about when I say, when you get to this point of notoriety, you come to that fork in the road. You're going to go down the dark path, or you're just going to kind of like coast by and let your popularity take you to where it takes you. Seems to me like he's going to try to weaponize this or something, right?
And with Jeff Dye, that's your choice
Out
of
of
person?
all people, bro. This guy averages 1.8 thousand views an episode. Nothing to sneeze at. We're a small channel, I get it, but he's a famous comedian. He has 188,000 followers, right? He's averaging less than 2 grand views an episode, right? Half of those views are Lemon Party fans looking at his videos and talking shit in the comments. So let's be real. Let's be a little real. Talk a little shit, yeah, but let's not try to ruin the guy's life. He can do it completely fine on his own. This is why I think I'm starting to like Jeff Dye.
I know you're fucking ticked.
You're fucking ticked, buddy.
I heard.
He's losing. We're losing him. I wish I had like a fucking beep sound effect so I could do like the fucking, we're losing him. Oh my God. He's coming unraveled. This is like a roll of toilet paper falling down the stairs. You know what I mean?
It's going to be big. It's going to be a big event. I'm selling out the Comedy Store now, and I know you're butthurt about it. I know you're mad about it.
Fucking ticked.
I know you're fucking ticked.
Yeah.
I heard you got wind, Jeff, that I sold out the belly room of the Comedy Store, and I'm not even a stand-up comic. And all the door guys were in the back, the employees. I walked off stage, everybody told me how hard I killed. They couldn't believe it.
We seen a stand-up. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no killing happening, and that shit sucks. And look, we are not on a hate. Again, I like Ben. I'll finish today's episode, and I'll watch 3 episodes of Lemon Party. I'll laugh my dick off. I might even, call Jeff Dye and prank call him and do some hatred, some hate crimes against Jeff Dye. I'm not against this, but this is just nuts. This is a bad look, This is not the way to do this. Let one of your fans act like this. You don't act like this. This is fan behavior. This is what the Lemon Party fans would act like, Not you.
People were in tears. They were crying.
No, they weren't.
I filmed the whole thing and put it out on my website, benavery.live.
They were crying because they were like, who's this fucking faggot ruining our nights at the fucking... Everyone's throwing tomatoes. We have to clean all this up. What the fuck? Now watch. This is going to be a very, very nice move on Ben's part. He pivots this, right? He pivots this rant and this shit talking into an ad for his fucking website, right? And like, hey, you could say what you want. ain't no way you're going to convince me that he did not say this stuff on purpose to then pivot this into an ad for his website. He's about to say, my live set, my hour, it got ripped from my website, benavery.live, right? And it was put up on YouTube. And then it got taken down off of YouTube because I talked about a certain group of people in the stand-up set, right? Insinuating that he's talking about Jews, right? I find that to be total bullshit because he has a live comedy set up on YouTube right now. Nobody's taking it down, right? I think that somebody did rip it from his site. They put it up.
And
he struck it down, right? And now he's about to essentially pivot into this ad where he kind of talks about it, which is essentially kind of like intriguing talk to get you to potentially go to the website and download so that you could watch the special, right? Like, to me, this was total dog shit. Now, you may be thinking, well, if you're watching this, you're probably a subscriber on the website. You can watch these live. Anyone can, for free. You can't rewatch them unless you're a member on the website, right? So anyone who's watching live, this would essentially be, hey, subscribe to my shit. Not only will you get the rewatches, but you'll see this comedy special that was so amazing. It was so good. It got put on YouTube and then ripped away. YouTube took it down. You took it down, dude. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. You really can't. Especially after some of the people I've been talking to online that have like been on the inner workings of this guy, you know, like I need to talk to some of them a little more and then we can have like a real nice night with this one. But listen to this ad, dude. This is full blown ad. You can't convince me otherwise.
I filmed the whole thing and put it out on my website, benavery.live. Someone tried to rip it off the website and upload it to YouTube, but unfortunately, it was getting a lot of views, actually, and people were liking it, but within 5 hours, YouTube took it down because I think I said something about a certain group. But
that's not true.
Jeff, have me on.
Jews suck balls. I say that right now. Nothing will happen to this. And nothing will happen. We could be a way bigger show. No one's going to care about that. People talk about Jews and their fucking comedy shit all the goddamn time. Theo Vaughn is bitching about Israel every other day on this past weekend. None of his shit's getting taken. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you even talking about, dude?
I'm going to see you at the Comedy Store April 24th.
There we go.
I have a monthly show there now. It sells out. Come by.
Fight him. Fight him, Ben.
Listening right now. Come by. Do a set.
Fight him, Ben.
See how the fans like your comedy.
Hit him with your cane.
Go up there, talk about Me Too and BLM and gender and how the Super Bowl was woke. I'm sure it'll go over great.
I like that. That's big man talk right there. He goes, why don't you come to my comedy show that I set up every month with my Lemon Party fans, right? And do a set. See how it goes. See how funny you are. Like, come on, dude. You know what's that. You know what it is, man. Jeff's not going to appeal to those people. This is like, comedy is not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, bro. Like, I ain't going to go see the same comedians that my mom likes. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Why would I go to see George Lopez live? Like, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck cares about that guy? I don't give a shit. So it's like real big man talk coming from him, as if that's supposed to go oh so well for Jeff. Like, Jeff could be doing the same set as Ben Avery. They're going to see that it's Jeff, and they're going to go, fuck this guy. You know, that's the whole thing.
He's going to have to come in there
I'm
like
sure
the Masked
all the
Singer.
Exactly. They're going to have to do the Masked Singer comedy set for Jeff Dye, dude. So fucking funny. He comes out wearing a mask of Ben Avery. He goes, hey, guys. And Ben's like 6'4", dude. Jeff is probably like 6'1" or something. He's like so much shorter than him.
Misdirection, punchlines, and everything. I'm sure it's going to be a big hit with the audience. Come by.
It's not even that bad yet. It gets worse, dude.
And I don't even do stand-up. I don't even do stand-up. I'm a father of two. I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. And I have a really bad autoimmune disorder.
That I did to myself.
And I've recently gained about 30 pounds, and I'm back in the gym.
Lies. All lies.
And
look at all these sodas he's got. This is the behavior of a man who goes back to the gym. He's got 1 cola, 2 cola. I don't even know what this is down here. Like, come on, my dude. Nobody buying this. Ain't nobody buying this. You gaslight me, Ben. You gaslight me.
Well, that is ammo at me. Why don't you call me like a fat has-been or something? Why don't you do something like that?
Yeah, man. Call me
Jeff, does it
fat.
make you bad, by the way? Does it make you feel bad when you're like shitting on me and talking about like I have nothing and all this stuff? Have you checked the Patreon? Have you checked out that we're a top 40 podcast on Patreon? Have you checked that out? You know what I mean? How many subs I have on this website?
Very faux pas shit right here.
You know my podcast gets Lemon Party? You know Lemon Party gets probably 50 to 60 times the amount of listeners that you get on Cry Hard?
Very cringe. I'm not going to lie, though. We have to put on the break because I'm going to piss my fucking pants right now. So hold on. We'll be right back here on Lost Ox Media, okay? Hello and welcome back. Sorry about that break, dude. I was literally about to piss my goddamn pants, dude. If it wasn't for that little break, we would not have made it, dude. So let's just turn this down a little bit so that we can get back into this because I do not want to hold anybody. We are coming down to the end of our show. But, yeah, so this guy, the rant is still going. And I'm telling you right now, it gets worse, bro. It gets worse. Listen, he's about to like legitimately freak the fuck out in the middle of the goddamn thing. Hold on.
Jeff, did you know that? I don't like talking numbers. I don't like talking about bank accounts and money. And I know you got the big checks from Dennis Prager. Congrats, you're going to hell. I'm glad your soul was worth the check Dennis Prager wrote to you. Enjoy it. I'm sure it'll be fun.
They're saying they want to hear you rant about something
for all of eternity.
Okay.
Hell is hot, Jeff. I heard they're getting it real hot and ready. They're getting it real ready. Really hot.
Really? Yeah.
Have fun. Have fun, Jeff. Show them your W-2 while you're down there.
For a man that doesn't like the Jews, man, he's throwing a lot of on that hat. You know what I mean? Every H he's throwing out, he's like, Hanukkah. There's a ha.
Have fun, Jeff.
Listen.
Show them your W-2 while you're down there. Go ahead. Cry about me down there, too.
Listen to that. Ha.
They're getting it real ready.
Listen.
Really hot.
Ha. A lot of Hanukkah.
Have fun.
Ha.
Have fun, Jeff.
Choose rule.
Show them your W-2 while you're down there. Go ahead. Cry about me down there, too. You can go to hell. You can cry about me. You can do your podcast. You can get raped. I'm sure it'll be a good time.
God damn.
You got a weird dick, and I'm selling out the Comedy Store, and you're ranting about me on your show. We haven't even got to it yet.
No, look, they haven't even actually watched the mentioning. Ben has said all this. Ben is 22 minutes in. He hasn't even gotten to the actual shit talking. He's just saying all of this just for the fucking sport of it all. Okay.
Bird hell is hot, Jeff.
Okay. No sweat.
Here we go.
Traveling broadens the mind, because when I'm in Lithuania, I'm not over there going, this is bullshit. They don't even have 24-hour 7-Elevens here, this fucking place. No, it's different for them. They live in a whole different world.
Fucking boring. Why does he always do this? It's your greatest sin, dude. Have you met yourself?
Bro, it ain't that big of a... the shit ain't that serious, bro. Like, he's boring. Yeah, don't get me. I'm trailing off the whole time I'm listening to Jeff die, but this is nuts, bro. And we're still getting there. I know I'm putting a lot of anticipation on it, but let's check it out.
Have you met yourself ever? Fucking boring! Dude, I don't go to other places to go, why are other places different? He's constantly creating straw men in his head and fighting with them. What are you talking about? Jeff, you have a sword and you're just you're fighting shadows in your room. There's no one there.
Who sounds like
shadows?
they're fighting shadows in their room right now? Who sounds like that? Is it Jeff Dye who sounds like he's fighting shadows in his room when he calls Ben Avery pathetic? When he says Red Bar and them are trolling and that their whole identity is just about making fun of people like him? Is he the one who's fencing with fucking... Ben even does the arm movements. He goes, "You're fighting with the sword." You can hear him losing his mind. This is wild behavior right here, Mr. Avery. You can't do this. I'm sorry. You can't. And every time he opens his mouth, his mouth gets like smaller and smaller because his cheeks are getting puffier because he's gaining so much more weight. By the time he's going to be talking out of a little mouth hole like this. A little tiny Ben Avery mouth hole. Fat ass. Fat ass nigga.
You met yourself.
Oh, God.
Have you met yourself ever?
Another Hanukkah H.
Fucking boring! Dude, I don't go to other places to go, what are other places different? He's constantly creating strawmen in his head and fighting with them. What are you talking about? Jeff, you have a sword and you're just like, you're fighting shadows in your room. There's no one there. I'm begging you for the love of God, Jeff. Have me on your show.
Begging.
Have me on.
Begging you for the love of God, Jeff. Is Jeff begging Ben to have him on Lemon Party? Is Jeff the one going? He's going, "Hey, man, I'm begging you, Ben. Please. I'm begging you. I'm obsessing over this. Ben, have me on the show." This sounds like a crazy obsessed person to me. I don't know. Call me old school, whatever. What do you got to say, Ashley?
No, I'm with you.
Ashley.
I got a little soundbite for you. Listen to this.
Hey, Ashley.
What do you think, Ashley? You got anything for us about Ben Avery? Because they want to hear the rants, bro.
Well, I don't know that I have a rant specifically. You're ranting about this.
Dude, it's so funny. Jeff Dye sounds like he's fighting shadows in his room. Why is Katie CR saying that about Jeff Dye? It sounds like Ben's fighting shadows.
Ben said that about Jeff Dye.
No, but he's saying in the chat, he's saying Jeff Dye sounds like he's fighting shadows in his room.
I thought he
was just repeating what Ben is saying?
That's what I thought.
It's kind of nuts. Like, it might be. Or maybe he's saying, like, some fucking Juice WRLD lyrics. Jeff Dye fighting shadows in his room. I gave you.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Damn, my bad, dude. What the fuck?
Your friends, you're going on your podcast talking about how no one wants to hang out with you anymore. You're having a midlife crisis. The industry threw you out. Your hairline receded too much. And as a game show host, you can't wear a hat.
That's not a bad joke. As much as he's ranting to go, your hairline receded too much, and as a game show host, they won't let you wear a hat, which is so true. They're not going to let no game show host wear no goddamn hat. That's never happened in the history of game show hosts. The whole time, they didn't let you wear no hat the whole time. So that one I give him. In this whole rant, I thought that was very funny. Your hairline receded too much. You can't wear a hat as a game show host. Because he's like hosting a game show, I think, right now or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he's talking about.
The industry threw you out. Your hairline receded too much. And as a game show host, you can't wear a hat. They threw you out, and now you are admittedly, privately doing a right-wing grift. And pretending to be Christian and all this shit. You're a bad guy. You're a piece of fucking shit. You're actually a really bad dude, and you're a coward, and you're fucking boring.
That is the most unhinged shit. Look at Ben's cheeks, bro. Look at his cheeks when he's doing this whole rant. It looks like they're filled with stuff. Like, it looks like he is hiding food in his mouth. He needs to stop.
You attack me on your show saying I'm obsessed with you? I live in your fucking head.
Hey! If Mark Norman was here, Mark would be like, that's not comedy. I'm obsessed with you. I live in your fucking head, faggot. While screaming at the top of your lungs. Come on, who is this person? You know what's funny to me is I was saying this to you before. Is I remember when Ben Avery finally split ways with Tim Dillon on the Tim Dillon show. This was years ago, right? And I remember kind of being like, man, it was probably all Tim. Because Tim is a lot. He's like, he seems like he could be an asshole. And he did have this ongoing shtick with Ben on the show where he would kind of talk to Ben as if Ben was like the help, And in reality, they were best friends at the time. Then they parted ways, not friends anymore, the whole nine. And I always thought that maybe that was Tim because the show started getting traction. Tim started getting real famous, was on Rogan more. This, that, and the other. So I go, maybe the fame got to his head and Ben couldn't take it anymore. I see something like this and I go, maybe Tim saw the writing on the wall way before it fucking happened and kind of was trying to put Ben in his fucking place or some shit like that. Because maybe he was acting all wild and crazy like when he was a producer on the show. I don't know, right? I never got into all that. I never got deep. But like seeing something like this, I go, maybe it wasn't all Tim. That's just the thought I have in my head.
This isn't the first time you've acted this way.
I go, maybe it wasn't all Tim, Like, this guy is freaking out like this. Like, who's to say he's not, like, yelling at, like, a kid of his like that? I'm not saying that he does, but, like, this is coming from somewhere, right? Like, even as performative as it may seem. Him and his old man Kane, He's like, oh. I love that chat we got earlier, cosplaying as an old man, angry old man cosplay. It's so fucking funny. I'm obsessed with you. I live in your head, faggot. This ain't the fucking face of a guy who's like just having a good time on the live stream. I ever look like that when I'm doing the show? Shoot me. I give you full permission to shoot me right in my fucking face. I ever look like that while doing the show. You have full permission to end me.
Guy, you're a piece of fucking shit. You're actually a really bad dude, and you're a coward, and you're fucking boring.
Damn.
You attack me on your show saying I'm obsessed with you? I live in your fucking head. I'm a demonic spirit that has possessed every cell of your body.
This is what we're going to end on. Listen to this. Puts the whole ribbon on Ben Avery. This has actually caused him to become a crazy person. Listen to this.
And I'm not going.
What the
I'm not
fuck?
going away, Jeff. I'm not going away.
I'm a demonic spirit, and I'm not going away while laughing maniacally like the fucking craziest villain out of any fucking comic book cartoon we've ever seen in our entire life.
Joe saying, I'm obsessed with you. I live in your fucking head. I'm a demonic spirit that has possessed every cell of your body. And I'm not going I'm not going away, Jeff. I'm not going away.
Now, this is where Jeff should rightfully call the FBI and go like, guys, you guys gotta get him. I don't know what's happening. He's in his house. He's screaming. There's children in the house. He's got guns. We're in California. Let's get him, dude. Let's give it up for Ben Avery, dude. Good old Ben Avery, man. That's good shit right there. So let's see. Do we have any more Ben Avery? Oh, yeah, we do. So I kind of want to give you guys like a little bit of insight as to why I think Ben Avery is so on this whole Jeff Dye train, right? I found this to be very interesting. And somebody actually brought this to my attention. I'm not going to claim this, but my source right now wants to remain confidential. So I will do them that solid and keep them that way. But it is someone that was heavily involved in the Discord, Lemon Party Discord, and was very close with a lot of the moderators in there. So I'm starting to get a lot of juice. I just want to make sure I put it all together. But this person told me how they had suspected that Ben kind of like gets his new obsessions based off of like other shows that he's on and who they're talking shit about on their shows. One example being Brett Gelman. We talked about this earlier. Ben has this obsession, or he had a really big one when he first started that show. And even Lemon Party, they would talk a lot about how he doesn't like Brett Gelman. They talk a lot of shit about Brett Gelman. And this person that pointed this out to me was like, yeah, that all started right after Sam Hyde had fucking Ben Avery on his show, and how Sam Hyde was talking about how he has beef with Brett Gelman. And how he doesn't like Brett Gelman, right? And I go, okay, but that could just be like a one-off, what's the whole deal? And you think to yourself, there's this term that they have in skateboarding. They say 2 to make it true, right? It's if you land a trick once, that might have just been luck. 2 times landing it, you do 2, that makes it true. You know what I mean? They say 2 to make it true, right? And I find that to be truthful in this situation. Ben did the Brett Gelman thing. That's a one-off, right? But then Ben was on this show called After Tonight. It's a smaller, they're bigger than us, but they're a smaller in comparison show. They're a late night comedy show. They do it live. They cover a lot of these same guys, the same kind of shit, anti-comedy, right? And it's not a bad show. They got a fucking really decent following. We need to hook up with those guys, I'll tell you what, But these After Tonight guys, they did like a whole thing on Ben Avery. They talked shit on him, and then they had Ben Avery, Jeff Dye. I apologize. They did a whole thing on Jeff Dye, talked shit on Jeff Dye, and then Jeff Dye called into their show and they interviewed him, right? And that's kind of what got their like start in the game. People were like, oh, well, if they're fucking with Jeff Dye, and you know what I mean? That kind of got them a little bit of a following. But that whole thing led to them shitting on Jeff again, and he's like, now they kind of smoothed it out, but Jeff probably still doesn't like them, that whole deal. But right after that happened, they had Ben Avery on, these After Tonight guys, and they interviewed Ben, and they told Ben about it. I want to show you guys that. This is kind of where I feel like the whole Jeff Dye, Ben Avery thing started. So this is After Tonight.
Exactly.
Right? This is, I think this guy's name is like Tommy Afters or something like. I think isn't that crazy to have a last name Afters like that? It's like you didn't go to court to change that, my man. You know what I mean? Hair's looking a little too perfect too up top. I don't like that. I do like it. I wish it was me. I'm projecting. So this is After Tonight. I don't know who this guy is, but see the little Jeff Dye in the background? Look at these guys. Keeping it real. But this is it. Look, they're about to tell Ben. Ben didn't even know about this before coming on the show. He never watched he probably watched a couple, but he didn't know about the Jeff Dye stuff. They told him about it. Watch.
No, can you guys hate comedy podcasts, right? You guys hate comedy. You're like an anti type of show, right?
Yeah, I would say that's a good way to put it. I mean, we might be hating podcasts. Yeah.
Come on, let's talk Jeff Dye. Who are we going to talk? Let's talk
Jeff Dye. Well, Jeff Dye, former guest on this show. We loved Jeff.
Now, see, Ben is saying that as like a joke because Red Bar at the time, right around this time, was covering Jeff Dye. The DUI story was starting to come out, right? So Ben kind of like just happened to throw a dart and hit the target. He just was saying it just to talk smack, right? Just randomly.
Well, that, and it's in the background. He's been looking at that. Other
so
person.
Maybe that also. I'm sorry. I didn't even put that together. You're the best. This is why we love Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
So he's probably staring at this too, to your point. So he goes, let's talk some Jeff Dye. Let's talk some shit, right? He doesn't even realize these guys. Immediately they go, Jeff Dye, former guest on the show. Now watch Ben's reaction to this.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, Jeff Dye called. That's how we really made our bones in this business. Jeff Dye got furious at us for our coverage. It's on YouTube now, everybody. Jeff Dye versus us. And,
so he called in because he was mad about what you were saying about him?
Yeah, we released a video. It's a long story, but we released a video about him doing rallies for Trump. He got mad. He asked to call in. We called in. It made a big stink on the internet. We've been blasted all over the place, but we patched things up, but he's not a big fan of us anymore.
See, so now in my opinion, this is the genesis. This is kind of where all this Jeff Dye shit started, right?
Okay.
Now, this video came out 6 months ago. If you were to go to the actual date that this was posted, I think on their site or on their YouTube channel page, I was looking at the date. October 20th. This was posted October 20th, 2025, right? Now, this is Ben's first time ever retweeting Jeff. And in the rant that we talked about, the rant that we just covered, at one point, Ben says, I never even did anything to you, Jeff. All I did was retweeted some of your posts online, and then all of a sudden you started talking shit about me, right? This is the first retweet of Jeff's on Ben's shit, right? I want to go to the quotes and the reposts because Ben's repost is going to be on here. So Ben reposted it, right? It was Ben's repost was like, not October. It was the next month. What's that? October, November, right? It was like November 10th. So it was like 1 month after being on After Tonight, he started retweeting Jeff's stuff. And I had to scroll all the way down to fucking like find it on Ben's timeline. And it sucks. I accidentally clicked the wrong copy link. I copied like the actual tweet rather than Ben's retweet of it. But it was like November 8th or something like that. So it was literally 1 month after being on After Tonight and hearing about it. So then he probably starts watching the podcast, telling Devin and Jace about it from Lemon Party. Oh, man, this is so funny. These guys talk shit about it. Then he gets this new internet obsession, and now Ben is essentially making a career off of shitting on Jeff. So it's like very funny to me because everything that Ben is talking about, he's essentially doing right now. He's talking all the shit. He's essentially obsessing over Jeff, and he's complaining that Jeff is doing that to him. It's like Jeff is, I as far as I know, I'm not like subscribed to Jeff's Patreon or anything, so I don't know fully, but the whole thing just sounds very sus to me.
Yeah, it seems like Jeff's just being kind of normal about it.
Yeah, I mean, as normal as someone can be, right? He talks a little bit of shit back on his show. He has a platform, quote unquote, and he uses it, and that's it. And he moved on. It was like, end of story. But I just thought that this was funny. So that'll be the end of this week's episode of Lost Ox Media. Be sure to catch new episodes of the show. You can catch them live on Sunday. The rewatches will be uploaded every Wednesday. And make sure you guys go and get the invite to the Discord. I've been trying like to really build up something in the Discord. Our Discord's very small, but we do have some people in there, and we are talking some smack in there. So, you know, you guys want to submit clips or just talk about, like, I post sometimes the clips that I'm watching, so you kind of get like a little bit of an early insight as to what could potentially be on the show. Because sometimes I'll be like, dude, you guys see this? Like, I'll post it in the Discord. There's announcements in there, you know, a lot of good stuff. So we're going to call this one right here, you know, for what it is, and end this stream and record our Lost Boys episode. But until next time, I bid you all adieu, and I bid you farewell. Let's get some music going, why don't we? Okay.
My name is Derek D. I'm chilling in the hood with the gangsters, drinking liquor, hanging out. Don't care about nothing in the world. Acting crazy and silly. I don't care no more. I do this and that, and that's all right. Hang with my boys and the pretty girls. Go to bar, clubs, hang out, get drunk. Then next day, sleep it all. And get up in the morning, wake up and feel better and do it again. Hang out in the street again and do this, do that. Shoot guns, all kind of stuff. Drinking, hanging out, driving fast down the street. And all the good stuff. Speed demon, yeah. Hanging out in the streets. I'm doing this, doing that. All kind of crazy stuff, y'all. It's all right, you see. I'm like a gangster, you know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm chilling like a villain. Doing good in the hood.